Splitting Hair's free salon education podcast starts now. Featuring Matt Beck, Christina Cavalcanti, Brian Hare, Dre Bolin, Thaddeus Bolin, and Danielle Downs. Today's episode is powered by MinervaBeauty.com.
Brian doesn't know what this is.
I figured it out. Let's see how many thumbs down we get now.
Only people from. It's what a wonderful sound.
Yeah,
You guys actually came over to our house.
we did.
For the
Yes.
party.
We did.
So
I brought macarons.
he did.
Show off.
And we ate them. I ate them that night. I ate them the next day.
You've gone from never having had one to eating only them.
Yes. What's up, guys? Welcome to Splitting Hairs. This is January 24th. We're here. We got a ton of things to talk about. Again, spent an entire day in the salon, had a lot of fun, did a lot of hair, and now we're going to talk hair. There's some interesting things happening, which I'm excited to see your guys' reaction to.
All right,
So,
real time.
I know.
We
Real
haven't
time.
I was gonna
rehearsed
say,
this.
Real-time
is that why
reaction.
we didn't get show notes?
You didn't get show notes today because we're doing some fun stuff. I mean, obviously we were also working on the show all day today while you were working, but there's some crazy stuff happening, so I'm excited for you guys to see it.
All right.
Thank you to MinervaBeauty.com. We actually have a review of their new tool that is out, which is something that they've never had before. It's always been furniture and color carts and things like that. And now they have a blow dryer.
Getting in the tool game.
Getting in the tool game. And so we tested this out today in the salon. We just received it today, but we're also giving it away as well. So those of you tuning in live on Facebook and YouTube, start posting in the chat so we know you're there. Stay with us throughout the show. We're going to give one of those away. So let's just start off talking about the blow dryer.
Okay.
So it's fresh. So key things about this blow dryer, it's so that you guys, you know what's going on. I want to start off by saying I talked to the owner of Minerva last night and a couple of the guys that work there. And the biggest thing about this blow dryer is that they're trying to hit it at a price point that is unlike any other blow dryer. So the first thing is it's a $99 blow dryer. So I don't know what we're going to retail that in the salon or how that works, but it's super powerful. It's self-cleaning. It's
Indestructible.
indestructible, yes. And so we're going to do a lot of tests, a lot of different reviews with this blow dryer. It'll also be available on freesaloneducation.com if you guys want to purchase one. But we're going to be giving one away every single week. They actually asked me
For how long?
forever.
Forever and ever. Cool.
They said, this is the cool thing. This is why I always like working with Minerva. They said, can we be every name on the wheel? They wanted, they're like, so that we know.
Well,
Can I spend that one?
At the end of the day,
So what we're going to do now, we're going to do the free pong for the blow dryer. So somebody
nice.
has
Cool.
to make a ping pong ball.
Oh,
So start
Shit.
start thinking about that because
Why don't you all let them know about the blow dryer though? Because a couple of people are asking how long the cord is. Is it
Yeah.
lightwait, whatnot? Okay.
yeah.
it's super
So
lightweight.
so we're going to
Yeah.
get into the details.
than a pound.
So the details of the blow dryer are this. It's a 9-foot cord, so it's super long.
can I see
Can you see
it? I'll
the-
model it while we're.
Okay.
The cord's not wrapped up
Here.
anymore.
No, Thad took it out.
Thad.
Thad,
Sad wanted to know how
didn't
long
have
it
one
was.
to put it
back.
Jay and I will fix it and make it pretty again.
he was truly testing it to his body.
Did you
length.
measure it, Thad?
I was gonna say, are we giving away?
No,
this
we
blow
just
dryer, or
assumed
they're
that
getting a
that's-
brand new-
it's over 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Or long.
It's way over 6 feet tall.
By a
So
whole few feet.
the cord's long. It's also, here's the thing. A lot of people were asking. The only thing I would say about this dryer is it is loud. So those of you that like a really quiet blow dryer, that would be the only thing I would say about it. But I don't mind a loud blow dryer because I'm not. I like something that gets the job done. But it's very powerful. It's indestructible, is what they say. So we're actually going to do some tests
Just gonna bang it on the table this
and
whole
really
show.
rough it up. It's got a year warranty on it. it's also the cool thing about it is it's self-cleaning technology. It
I
collects,
love that fact.
yeah, it collects the hair and dust
Kind of excited to see
and
that.
forms it into a tail. So we haven't, obviously, we've only had it today, so we don't know, but
I want to chase Madison with it.
it
Oh,
forms
she'll love that.
forms into a tail, and then you can just easily pull that out for quick cleaning. So thought that was pretty cool as well.
I like that it's made in Italy and it has the little Italian, because now that I'm 2.2% Italian, I appreciate
yeah.
and identify with that.
So is that blow dryer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it says made in Italy, so
No,
it's
it's-
more,
I mean,
more
it's
Where
Italian
it's a
than
Right.
me.
Salon blow
Yeah.
dryer.
So tell me this: you guys used it in the salon today.
Mhm.
I really got to take it out and read the paperwork on it, but you guys used it. So, what were some things that you liked about it?
I did like it's light, and yeah, it's loud, but that's fine. So am I. So that wasn't really a problem for me. I used it on my client. It was a good blow dry. Like it got done quickly. It was shiny. She had good volume, and the blow dry it was
Yeah.
good. Like it was a good blow dryer.
Yeah, I think
I wish that I had a client with longer hair,
I was
because it
gonna
was one of
say-
those, like, it took me 5 seconds to blow her out,
right.
and I'm sure some of that was power, and some of it is that her hair was shoulder length. But
Right.
I was gonna say my guest has coarse hair and it's slightly damaged from
horsehair,
coarse.
I know. I just
Course. I got her at the end of the summer. She came from another salon, and her hair had just been overly processed. So I think it did a nice job. Her hair was shiny. It felt soft afterwards. So I was happy with it.
Cool. Did you
Yep.
get a chance to use it, Danielle?
I got a chance to use it. I like that one of the nozzles is really wide, so can really power through a lot more hair on that brush. And I like the speeds. They're pretty good.
Cool.
I like the buttons. Like
They were asking about the button layout, actually, Drea.
the buttons are actually really nice because they're on the side.
glad
Oh,
Dre is the
and-
one that
I know
got this
Dre got
question.
the buttons question.
The buttons. I love the cool shot is right where your thumb position is, and you have the heat and the speed right next to each other. So
I know this sounds silly, but like this is the first. Let me say, let go. No, the first. By the time I finished my blow dry, I had gotten to the point where, like, I knew where the layout was, so I could just do it on and off with my pinky and like set it down,
Yeah.
put it up. Like it was good because I haven't used a blow dryer with multiple buttons in a
No.
while, so I was glad that it's made. But I asked the question, I was like, does anybody ever actually change the temperature on their blow dryer? Or does everyone just go in as hot as it can make it?
Oh,
How
I
about
do.
watts and ions?
Oh, I don't.
It doesn't say anything about the watts.
Yes, it does. It does
It does
on the
1450
back.
to 1875.
Okay. It wasn't in my
Hmm.
paperwork.
I studied.
Yeah,
There's
it should
paperwork on
say
the dryer.
it, say it on anything.
That's how I know it was made in
electrical
Italy.
has to.
Everything you need to know about the
Well,
dryer
I
is
know
on
it's
the
a-
dryer.
110 to
little aside.
125 volts. And just so you know,
Okay.
it does have the warning not to take into the bath.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a silly little thing, but it's nice that as it fits in the hand and you
Mhm.
grip it, like say you're working on somebody with coarse hair, that the buttons don't just instantly change.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
some of them are really sensitive that way.
Yeah.
So,
I think people try to
But
make
they're
it
not
easier.
sticky either.
yes.
Yeah.
It's very hairdresser friendly. Like,
Um,
It's
Yeah.
a straight up. It's like a hot rod muscle car, right? It's not like
Right.
it's not like a Tesla, right? But it's got everything that you need to really just power
Rock it
into a
out.
blow dryer. And it's if you drop it on the ground, you don't have to worry about it. And the price point is a third less than some of the higher end priced blow dryers. So that's the market they're going for. So anybody that's looking for a really good quality blow dryer that is at a good price point, then the Minerva dryer is there. Check out minervabeauty.com for
there's
that.
a lot of really good paperwork on here. To answer your question, it says only professional use. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Now we know.
All right.
Us only.
I love that that's right under the bathtub thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take it in the bath.
Yeah.
And only use it if you're a professional.
Right. So go to minervabeauty.com if you'd like to get one. We're going to give one away this show and a lot of shows coming up. So definitely, but you have to be tuned in live to watch it. So if you're watching this later on in your life, make sure you tune in Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can have a chance to win one of those blow dryers. Otherwise, go to minervabeauty.com, purchase one.
Do you want to give one away now?
Whoa.
Should we do it
Yes.
Oh, don't waste any
Yeah,
time.
why not?
now?
Let's
Okay.
give one away every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, and also
we
give
actually-
a shout out to Danielle, lovely Danny doll. She got the job from last.
Oh,
week
cool.
that
Oh,
she
that's
was
awesome.
going. Yeah.
Congrats.
All right.
So
Nice.
just wanna-
Good deal. And we should give away a couple of them today, I think.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's do
Yay.
one now. I'm sure they'll be
Let's
fine.
empty
Does
their
every
warehouse.
I'm sure Minerva will be fine. They were
Let's put
excited
them
about it last
in
night.
The red.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the best. They yeah.
Does
Yeah.
every
So-
prize come with a blow dryer?
Yeah. 2 blow dryers we're giving away today. One now, one later.
There's a tiny little Minerva at the bottom of every single thing on the wheel.
Yeah.
You get Olaplex and Minerva.
So here's what I'm gonna have you guys do. Let us know who you want to throw the ping pong ball, except me or Christina or Thad.
Wait, why?
Come on.
But that
You can
wouldn't
pick
be
it-
everybody, would
You can
it?
pick anybody you want.
Thad
So
and Christina
basic.
are still busy.
But I did see, I saw Thad
Us.
make 2 of them today, but
Yeah, but out of how many?
you throw a lot.
All of them.
Okay, cool. So let's get on with the show. Let us know who you want to throw, and then we're gonna do that in a second. But we got to know who we're picking. So
Why don't we congratulate Danielle with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats on the
You
new
know,
job.
why don't we have her?
okay,
Yeah.
all right. So
His-
Danielle's gonna win the blow dryer. If one of us can throw a ping pong ball into a damn cup.
and
so much pressure.
and it won't be the one that we're testing how durable it is.
Okay, so Thad, why don't we get some music going? Let's get the ball ready. Let's just get into the games.
Who's doing it?
I don't know.
No.
Danielle's got to pick.
How about I slide the blow dryer across the ping pong table?
Yeah.
And if
Actually,
I hit a cup,
Then we can test its indestructibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's throw the blow dryer into a cup. Oh wait, no, it says not to.
No, not
No.
Yeah.
water.
Yeah,
I
can't
learned
do
my
that.
lesson. Good thing that's there.
I want to know. at
she
what-
would like Danielle to throw her namesake to please.
Nice.
Excellent.
All right.
You don't want that blow dryer.
Don't
do
give.
you?
Wait, Thad. Don't give Danielle the weird music.
Okay.
No.
Just give her the cool music.
Matt, did you get my phone?
Yeah, me and Christina both upgraded
Oh,
yesterday.
congrats. Welcome.
Thanks.
I like that cover.
Thanks. It's at Apple.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I'm getting used to it.
You're gonna do this, Danielle. I
All
know
right,
you
Danielle.
are.
Come
Here
on,
it is.
Danielle.
I feel like Danielle's a shark, and she probably knows how to do this.
Oh my gosh.
This music's giving me anxiety.
She can't hear it, so it's okay. All right, Danielle.
There you go. You got a blow dryer.
And she walks away.
All right. She's like, that's it.
Out of
Wait.
everybody
That's not
here, I think she was the most
Not
nervous.
happening again.
Now let's see how many blow dryers she gets. Can you
Here's-
throw.
Here's one thing I have to say about that. That was incredible. I've never seen you throw one of
Way to
those
go,
ever.
Dan. That was
Well, I
like-
mean the one time, but like
Yeah.
that was. It's not like you're practicing.
No,
that was
that-
good.
Last time was her
Actually,
practice.
anytime that you step out of the salon, we come in here and practice.
So, Danny,
Okay.
there you go.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Danielle, congratulations. A lot of cool things happening there. What?
Oh,
yeah,
info.
yeah.
How to get it.
You can
Yeah.
tell her too. So
No, I
send
know, but they
send your
see you.
information to contest@freesaloneducation.com. That'll go straight to Christina, and we'll forward it off to Minerva, and they will send you a blow dryer very quick, so you can give us your review
Toot sweet.
on one of the shows coming up. That's super exciting.
I'm British now.
Way to start the show.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here.
We haven't done it. We're still giving away a blow dryer at the end, so
Oh, okay.
stay tuned. All right.
Good luck
All right.
on your new job with your sweet new blow dryer.
Okay, so a couple stories, and then we'll get into like the really interesting stuff. So, did you see this?
It's
No,
a good pitch.
I know. You're gonna hate this one, but you're gonna love the next one.
Let's just
Okay.
get this out of the way real quick.
Just hit the
Okay.
forward 15-second button.
So I thought this was interesting. This is a woman rolls over her hairdresser with her car after she ruined her hair. This was a story from like a while back,
I get
right?
it.
And I
Okay.
saved it on Facebook. And anytime I see something interesting on Facebook, I save it, and I forgot about it. But the reason.
Oh, God. I like her hair.
So the thing I want to say about this, first off, if this is her hair,
Wow.
I mean, if you're just listening, you're definitely going to want to go look at the visual.
yeah.
Go look at our YouTube and see what we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, okay. So the reason I want to talk about this, not really so much for the story because the story is older. It's from May, I think, of 2017. But what I want to talk about is, have any of us ever had,
Someone roll over us in their
No.
car.
Never.
obviously not, but from beauty school on, have you ever had somebody that was just really upset about their hair?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about that.
Constantly.
Start with Drea.
Mine was, I vividly remember it. It was a year after hair school.
Okay.
And the guy's normal stylist had abruptly left the salon. So he was already upset that he didn't have his normal stylist. And he came off of a 24-hour flight from 24 hours of like flying, like connecting flights and all this stuff. And so he sits down in the chair. I have a consultation with him, and it's probably not a very good consultation because he didn't want to talk to me at all. And he was just like, just take everything and just make it shorter. And I was like, okay, fine. So I go in and I cut his hair, and then I go in to do some texturizing to just blend everything. Because, that's what you do when you're first out of school. You texturize to blend everything.
Yeah, because you're screwing up everything, so you're just blending. Right.
Wait, are you supposed to stop doing that in your career?
Anyway, so he all of a sudden wakes up from his nap, and because he was sleeping during it, and decides that I destroyed his hair because I used the scissors with the teeth, and starts screaming and yelling throughout the entire salon, to the point that the salon owner comes over and was like, I don't understand what's wrong with your hair. And
Maybe he's not a morning person.
yeah, no. And then at that point when the salon over came, I booked it out the back of the salon.
Nice.
Never came back.
No, I was just traumatized.
She came here.
And I came here.
She ran all the way to PA.
Is that why you don't use the texturizing?
That's exactly why I don't use them.
Just kidding.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
You?
Me? I think the best one, and I don't think we've told the story. We might have referenced it. It happened while working for you.
Oh.
No, you remember. The woman, I'd been doing her hair a couple times. She was cool. She was like a level 10 blonde, not bleach though. Like I actually used a level 10 color on her. And she came in and she's like, I want to do like the Nicole Kidman kind of like barely red, but still blondish red. And I was like, oh yeah, I have the perfect formula. I was doing a really nice, like really light, warm, coppery color. And I also learned a really valuable lesson that day because I applied the root color and then I went to go do the mid shafts and ends with the 5 volume, but totally forgot to dampen the hair first. And as with many, many color lines, you know that anytime you're dealing with a coppery type of red, it's very purple as it's processing. And since I let it process with 5 volume for about a half hour, when I washed her, she had the beautiful coppery tone at her root and then purple mid shafts and ends. And, after I suffered a massive coronary, like I kept her cool for a while. Like she had to leave and go pick up her kid, and then she came back and we're all kind of like brainstorming together on how to fix this, and nothing that we were doing was working. So I was freaking out, but like she didn't know. And it was she really kept her cool the entire time. It was a couple hour process, but like towards the end of it, she started getting upset because like she hadn't fed her kid yet and it had just been a while.
I remember.
And really what it was, like the reason it took so long was because I was so insistent that we not trash her hair. Like I could have just bleached the daylights out of her and then fixed it, but I really was trying to go slow to keep her hair looking really great. So I got the color good. She was fine. It was back to like a soft blonde. That was cool. All the red purple was gone. And I knew she wanted to go, so I did like the worst blowout of my life. Like I'm really good at blowing out hair, but this one was like just my hand and high. So like her hair was kind of fuzzy and frizzy. So when she saw that, she lost it because she saw her frizzy hair and assumed that I had fried her hair and this is what she was left with.
Mm.
And I remember it was a summer night because the doors were open in the salon and she's like throwing a fit. And I had already talked to Matt about like, listen, I don't want to like charge for this color correction because this is totally my fault. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. But she didn't even give us that option to like talk to her. She gets up. She is like making a scene in our very small little salon to the point where like Matt follows her outside and she even made a scene. Like she freaked out with him and yelled and then left. And I was like, I turned to my other client. I remember because my regular was there and I had Drea put her roots on for me because I needed to like focus. And then the timer goes off and I turned to my client. I was like, your turn. Let's see what color you're at. And yeah. And as mad as she was, she did call a couple months later to come back and get her hair done again, but didn't like the way the person on the phone spoke to her. So she lost it on the person on the phone and then never came back. So I think she might have been a little crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that tends to happen.
But It happens.
What about you, Danielle?
Well, I just remember I was working at JCPenney's. I think it was about the first year that I was doing hair. I was just starting to get comfortable with doing men's cuts, and I had these little boys, twins, that would come in, biracial, cute little guys. And I thought, all right, great way to keep them entertained while I'm taking forever, thank you, to cut their hair is let me give them my Game Boy.
Okay.
I love that
Yeah.
you had a Game Boy.
No, I'm like,
I know,
Throwing
well,
it back.
Okay, well, this was 15 years
No,
ago.
I love
What
it.
What you
I-
want? I'm old.
I want one.
So yeah, I give him my Game Boy, and that was one of the things that kept these little boys coming in. Was she gets the games that I like. I can play while she's cutting my hair. So I'm doing this cute little Caesar on the oldest son, and I mean like a minute older, but he gets really excited because I guess he won a certain level that he wasn't able to get through.
Oh.
So he's like, yes! And meanwhile, I had finished the haircut. I am just edging up right along the front. So he does this, and the buzzer goes "Meh," right in the top of his head. There is no way to blend this out. Thinning shears couldn't do anything. Basically, I needed hair sod just to,
oh,
to
man.
blur out this extremely white scalp. And, of course, he had jet black hair. So the mom comes in, and I'm like, sorry. And she just loses it. What am I supposed to do? My sons are not presentable. They have pictures. And I'm like, oh, God.
It's time to look up.
Oh,
Yes.
Eyeliner.
Lift the chin.
Right. So
Sharp.
I love that
basically,
both
I
of you
never
guys-
saw them again.
I love that yours are like what you're not known for. And I'm like, yeah, I'm the color guy, but my worst one ever.
Yeah, but
Very cool.
this is
There-
what
there's
actually
reasons
scared
I
me off
don't
from it.
like men's cuts.
I was not scarred. I had to continue.
and I keep thinking like, so I thought about this after I pulled up the article, and I was like, what is like my thing? And I don't think I've ever had I don't have anything where people have noticed, but I've done some bad stuff. You know what I mean? Like things that like,
I mean, yeah, we can BS our way out of a lot.
yeah, like I cut somebody's ear really bad in beauty school, like really bad. He noticed that, obviously. That was like, had to stop.
Yeah.
You had me worried
on.
about his like mental
No,
sanity,
he-
or awareness.
Well, he didn't know when I cut it, but obviously after a while we had to put pressure on it from a towel and everything. So that was like a thing that I'll never forget, right?
That
And then,
day he got a haircut, a scar, and a towel.
then there was the time where I had, like when people used to wear those like hairdresser belts,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They were the
I
coolest
had a
thing
really
ever.
awesome one.
which some people still do, but my belt happened to have like a vinyl strap. It was like a vinyl belt, and I put my flat iron down on top of it, and then I went to flat iron my guest's hair, and it smeared black black vinyl right through her hair strand. It was just right down, like and it got hard fast, right? So then I was like, oh no, and I didn't know what to do, and I just kept like ironing over it, and it finally like kind of went away.
The hair or
I
the
don't
vinyl?
even remember who the
The
person
hair
was.
Just don't run your fingers through that side.
And then the hair went away. I did that at a wedding.
But then somebody just wrote about, they just had their first ever Bridezilla on Facebook. Rosemary says, I just had my first ever Bridezilla. And I remember having a bride that was just like, it was, I don't know if any of you guys worked there at the time, but it
no,
was
they didn't.
the most unbelievable
wild.
experience where like,
yeah, I don't think he's ever done a bride in my
okay.
tenure.
It was a
So
while ago.
I stopped after that, but I was taking brides at that point in my career, and she came in, and the family and like were like passing around Xanax, and like the whole bridal party was just freaking out,
Okay.
and the bride's like breathing heavy, and then finally she's like
Did they not share?
in the bathroom getting sick, and then I had to finish her hair in the shampoo room
She was
away from
pregnant.
everybody. It was like unbelievable. So like that was the last day I stopped doing bridal hair. It's just like there's so many things. Those are the things that mold like your career. Like you make those mistakes and then you're like, you
Never
can never
again.
do
I did.
that stuff again.
I got away. I just have to tell it. They didn't even know, but it was really good. They might have found out later, but it was someone that just called for us to go do a wedding, and so we shoot over across the bridge, and it was back when I was doing this updo on the sister of the bride, she's probably the maid of honor, she's blonde, and I had my chopstick that I use for like sectioning. And to get the flyaways to lay down, I was spraying the chopstick directly with hairspray and then just laying it down. but I didn't realize that there was some kind of like black paint on the chopstick because I'm spraying it, and then I just like wipe it down, and it's like black across the finished updo, and I was like, oh. Which side we putting the flower on? And she's like, "What? Where do you think it should go?" I'm like, "Right here." But then I noticed like a couple other spots like around the hairline. I was like, "You look great. Have so much fun today."
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, it could literally happen to anybody.
Yeah.
And, like, that's why I look at this story and I'm like, I freak out about this every day because
Oh, yeah.
That
My days are
somebody's gonna-
numbered.
people go nuts.
That's coming.
And,
Yeah.
Thad, do you have anything?
I would have to say first salon job with right out of school, perm walk-in. Everybody's busy except for me. And this woman has a ton of hair all the way down to her butt.
Okay.
And guess what didn't take in some spots?
The perm? In some spots?
In
That's
some
the
spots.
worst.
In
Did you
some
just like
spots.
miss some rods?
Yeah. In some spots it just didn't take.
It's the perm's fault.
I'm
Absolutely.
I'm
Those chemicals
90%
are
sure
jerks.
that might have been like my second perm.
Yeah, and your last.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So, moral of the story, it happens to everybody, and you just gotta
So
like.
this is her mugshot, right?
You just roll the dice and just
That's-
hope you don't get
It's gotta
backed
be your
over.
mug-
That's her mugshot, right?
It's her mugshot.
Or
but
is
that's-
that the hairdresser's picture
Oh,
from
no,
the
that-
website?
That's the woman that ran her over.
I don't know.
Oh,
It's super sad though, and I hope it never
I was
happens.
joking.
She looks like she's in a straitjacket.
Did the
Like
hairdresser live?
seriously, look
well,
at.
Well, she ran someone over after.
No,
they
I
ruined
know,
her
but
hair.
usually.
Yeah, but they don't put you in a straitjacket in booking.
True.
Did the hairdresser live?
How do you know that?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I mean,
We don't know. It's an old
I
story.
also feel like some of those stories, like as long as you don't, like work in California, Chicago, Texas, because that's
Oh,
where I
wait.
see the majority of those stories.
She-
I think James Orr may have known about this. The police found and arrested her at a salon down the road, getting her hair done by someone else.
Oh.
If this, I don't know if he's kidding
probably
throwing that
true.
out there, or if this is
How
true.
thankful was that
No.
hairdresser?
And it says she allegedly
dodged.
explained that her prom night is only a month away and that she was under a lot of stress.
Prom
This was a
night?
high school student.
This is what I'm telling you. This is why I don't do updos
God.
because they're too stressed out.
Well, she definitely took.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
All right. So that's that story. That's
Yeah.
fun. It's fun, right? Okay. So be careful and don't mess things up because you never know.
No, it's gonna happen.
It's
Mess things
gonna
up.
happen. That is the moral of the story.
It's like getting struck
Just
by
as you're-
lightning.
If you mess
don't
up
stand
somebody-
outside when they leave.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you mess somebody's hair up,
Don't
be
walk them to their
yeah,
car.
He's
yeah,
saying
be
no.
careful
It
as
was a
you're
different
leaving.
story.
Oh, okay. Good. All right. So the next story that we have is about a product line called Monet. I think it's called. Is it Monet
Shut
or
up.
Monat? Is this what you were talking about earlier?
I had
right?
asked you, yeah.
So I actually got a message last night from Christina's cousin, and she said, "Do you know anything about this product line?" And then you brought it up today, so I thought I should probably look up what this product is. So here's the deal, and I'd like to hear what you guys have to say in the chat about this product line, because I'm sure a lot of you know about it at this point. It's definitely blowing up on social media, but it's like a LuLaRoe or a Arbonne or
I think it's like Rodin Fields Arbonne
Yeah. Of hair.
Of hair.
Okay.
Pyramid scheme.
Yeah, basically. So what they want you to do is
Well, not-
you get a commission for selling the product. It's all online products, right? And we don't know the quality of the products. We don't really know. We've never obviously tested these products. But what they want you to do is they want you to buy an intro kit, which is what all these companies do. They want you to spend about $600 on an intro kit, and then that's what you're going to use to then promote it to other stylists and get the other stylists to jump on board and then sell it on the internet. The funny thing about this and what I want to talk about is not necessarily this specific company, but it's all hair companies in general. Every hair company, for some reason, thinks that this is the move they want to make, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is not going to work. And
No.
it's not going to work because
Well, let me just tell you right now, some people are like, oh, God, not this. Beep.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
don't.
exactly.
Color Bowl Chemist is like, makes your hair fall out. And then
I was gonna say.
That's why I brought
we
it up
have
this
someone
morning.
saying,
Yeah.
people get very protective, defensive about this line. Tread lightly, Matt.
No, this is what I'm saying, and that's why
I'll do it. I'll go there.
I don't want to talk about. You can talk about the line because I don't know anything about it.
No, I
And I really don't want to know anything about it, but what I do know about it is that this is how product companies are going now, and they're trying to get hairdressers to jump into this online ordering thing where you're going to make a big commission and all of that. So,
But you have to keep the order up all year.
yeah, you have to keep the order
So,
up all
or
year.
you're not like,
Is
I
there
bet
a-
you. I mean,
is
I
there a
don't
minimum
know.
requirement?
I don't know, but usually with
Drea's gonna
these,
sign
with
up.
No.
with the makeup and the facial like the different things, you had to be a
VIP?
sales or
Right.
not even VIP, a sales to keep your I don't know if they call it whatever
Status.
status, or even open with the company. You have
Yeah.
to buy X amount of dollars, like per quarter, per month, like however they do it.
So basically, whether you
So
sell it or
really, you
not,
have inventory all the time, and correct, and you need to be buying all the time. They're not dumb, like.
So they're basically getting sales.
But it's not
from
saying you can't be successful. You could probably, if you have 24 hours a day,
Right.
if you don't have a life, don't have another job, don't have children,
And you're great at selling.
and you're great at selling, you could have all the parties in the world, go door to door and sell and be great at it.
But the whole point of it is the companies are getting you to invest the money, and then you're buying this big kit, and then they're saying that you're going to go out and open all these other accounts, and some of you might, but the problem is most of you won't. And now you've just spent $600 on getting a kit, and they're making out because they're basically selling you this small kit of products for $600 and selling you a dream. And when really you could just buy retail and sell retail in your salon, and it is what it is.
I
Like,
wonder if
it's
you have
just-
to be
There's
licensed to
so
even sell
many
it.
product lines out there that don't have people saying that it's making their hair fall out.
Right.
Well, and that's
Just
the
saying.
thing. Like, so,
Just saying.
and we don't
Just
know.
throwing that out there.
I
I've
ju-
never used the product.
Yeah.
But that was how I got introduced today. It was
So
like
you're
this
not-
huge internet
Yeah, people are freaking
Like
out
brawl.
about
backlash.
Yeah.
So wait,
That's how
Well,
I
there were
found out
people
about it.
posting pictures
Chris-
saying like, "Oh, it's," and they like with photo proof, and I don't know what that person's doing. I'm not there between the
Yeah.
before and after, but she's swearing that she's trying to get the word out there, and she keeps getting censored by stuff, and it's pretty nuts. Like this is a very
Yeah,
this
it's
is like,
crazy.
It's like this year's when.
so what
Like,
you're saying
people
is that
swearing that
So
this is what
a
it's
couple
doing.
of the listeners are saying that you don't need a license to even do it, like to sell.
Yep, then I'm
So-
out. I'm out.
Yeah,
So
Okay,
it
so
must-
that's kind of like what I was talking with you
Like
and
Shark
Drea
Tank.
about the
I'm
other
out.
day, where I've got a Facebook friend that she writes for Modern Salon, Victoria Werdinger, great. She had posted how are you somebody that buys stuff because of an influencer, like a blogger, vlogger,
Right.
tutorial person, whatever. And I saw that in the comments, there were like a lot of people that just automatically no. Just
Yeah.
right off the bat, like maybe some things if I know they're not getting paid for it, but if I know they're getting paid for it or they had to invest, then not really.
I think that depends, and that's the thing. Like, you could look at a lot of people. I am an influencer, right? So I do create. Well, I create videos every day.
But
right?
you truly, honestly use
But I-
everything that you're selling. That
exactly.
there's a difference.
and I only use those
Well,
things.
those are the
Yeah.
kind of
So it depends on-
influencers that I know.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of influencers that I watch that are like technology people or whatever, and I watch them because I know that what they're using, even if they're getting paid for it, I still know that it's something that they like. Because like companies that I go after, like to sponsor any of this stuff, has to do with companies that I really truly enjoy for the for what I do every day. So I think that that's like a big there's good influencers out there, and then there's just people, and a lot of these companies that I work with, they hire bloggers and they hire all these people. They don't have a true audience. And I think it was Jordan Cox asked like a question about something recently, but it's all about like when you're going to get an audience, when you're trying to build an audience, you have to do it from a good you have to do good first. So like Free Salon Education, we started teaching, and it's all about teaching. And then after a while, you get the companies to come on board, but they come on board to an audience that has been it's supportive and it believes in what you're doing and all of that stuff. And that's where you actually get that's where it's an influencer thing. These bloggers out there that have tons and tons of followers, like people that have all these followers, it's a joke. It's a joke because you have a lot of followers, but each of those followers means nothing in the long run, because they don't actually follow you because they believe in you. They follow you because of some maybe like viral thing that you put out, and it whatever.
Yeah, but that's for entertainment. That's just totally
Yeah.
different.
Right.
But like I don't even want to call them influencers, but like the times that I've jumped out there and just tried something, it was somebody's company. Like I love
Right.
Jan Atkins' company.
Yeah.
I like the products or some of the products that I've tried from like Justin Anderson's company, like that kind of stuff, because they are actually hairdressers
Right.
that are creating product. Like it's different. I don't know that I would jump on someone's just like, oh, I promise I like this, even
Right.
though I
That's
don't
what
know
that-
anything about hair. That's what, like with you, like you use all these things and you're not going to push anything that you don't like
Yeah.
or use.
Sometimes I'm pushing things because I really like the product and I don't even like the company, but I like the product so much.
Yeah, but then
I
I'm
just
like,
do
no, we
it.
can't put it on the store.
I know, because it becomes difficult to work with people. But like that's the reality. Like you've got to use things you like. What are you saying?
But that's
David?
why I found her little post there really interesting, because you had that variety of responses. But like you said, you cultivated a following and an audience based on your true opinion and your experiences. Brian, he cultivates his opinion based on trial and error. So whether you're somebody that's going for the broader picture
Right.
or just it's for yourself, it's what do you honestly believe in?
Yeah.
What is actually working for you? What are you using?
Yeah.
And why do you like it?
And there's no get rich quick schemes.
True story.
It doesn't happen.
Amen.
So
I
yeah.
joke you not, like as soon as I set up my new Instagram and I'm doing all the hashtags for hair, like women's hair, men's hair, like shortcuts, pixie cuts, I posted probably about 12 photos like in one day before I started like accepting people and adding people and whatnot.
Okay.
2 days later, I had a message from somebody selling Monet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, and that's funny. I haven't gotten any messages from
I
this
wonder if
company.
that's because they think you're new.
we may
Could
have.
be.
Because they see
Maybe
there's
we
only
did.
so
Yeah.
many.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is not even. I don't even really want to promote this through a news story, but it's
Don't
just
come
something
for us.
interesting. Yeah, it's interesting to talk about, and it's definitely gaining exposure. So I wanted to address it because these schemes are just crazy, and I
I'll
don't
say
know.
I don't support anything that is not a professional. Like no,
Yeah.
I mean that's just a pyramid scheme version of drugstore stuff that was never meant to be professional grade.
Yeah.
If anybody can sell that, yeah, well, no, I'm out.
And that's why I'm so excited to get into this next topic.
Ooh.
Because not only is this why this stuff's not even going to matter anymore
Oh.
in the end, but it's very interesting. Christina found this on the internet the other day, so we're going to roll a video
Oh,
that
this
we
is
can
so exciting.
all watch to educate ourselves. And this is from Schwarzkopf's, I believe, YouTube channel.
What?
So
Who's
I want to give
YouTube?
them Schwarzkopf.
I just like how you say that.
Thanks. Schwarzkopf.
Oh, it's great.
I think I know what this is.
This is really a game changer. Not only does it bring the salon of the future to the present, but the Schwarzkopf Professional Salon Lab reinvents the salon experience as we know it.
Okay. So let me just start off by saying that was not paid for. We found that and I ripped it off the internet. I don't even know if I can legally show that, but
It's on the interwebs.
but whatever.
find out
I'm
tomorrow.
sure
See,
they're
it's on
very
Instagram.
I'm sure they're very happy about us showing it, but let's talk about this because did we understand it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So my thing with this whole this is where so many hair companies I think are going completely in the wrong direction. And then you have this thing that hits us and it's like, okay, so not only are we going to analyze hair through this technology, now we're going to customize that product that goes to them and through augmented reality, which is the thing that's going to be like,
That's what excited me.
it excites you, but let's talk about that because it's exciting. But did you see how it showed she had one color hair and she looks through this thing and now she can actually look at what her hair color is going to look like
Yeah.
That I
before
think
it's
is
done.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, and this is the discussion that I also want to get into, augmented reality is like, it's what's going to happen. And eventually, it's the thing that we've said hairdressers can't be replaced by computers, right? But now, eventually, we're all going to be wearing these weird contacts and looking at each other. And really, we all have
Someone's
shaved.
watching Black Mirror.
No, I'm just saying. We all have shaved heads. And now, all of a sudden, we have, you want a bob, you buy a bob, right? And you put a bob on, you want that bob to be pink. And
Oh,
now,
I'm into it.
so now, but you're not because that's your job.
Yeah, but by the time that comes out, I'll be retired, so I'm into it.
All right. So
Oh,
so that's the thing. So there's a lot of different conversations in this, but I think the first thing is the retail conversation, right?
Wait.
So analyzing the hair that way and customizing a product. What do we think of that?
I think that's cool. My question is, does it then formulate for you, or does the hairdresser still have to formulate?
Well,
No,
from
it
that, it
formulates
looks
for
like
you.
it formulates like if you wanted to go red or blonde or brown, whatever direction you want to go based on what their hair looks like. This is what I got from that video.
Yeah.
This is the path they think you should take.
I think it's a
which-
tool to assist the
Mm.
professional. That part.
Well,
I
and
do.
you can just tell the person, go back over the computer because I just did what it said to do. Like,
Unfortunately,
sorry, it's not what you wanted.
the way technology works, I mean, hairdressers had hair color, right? And then people wanted to rip it off and make it home based. So, unfortunately, this is a really cool move because I think, and I don't even know if it really works, but they were unveiling it at CES in Las Vegas this month.
Oh yeah.
So, so I don't even know if it worked. We pulled it up. Christina found it. I had never heard of it before, but I think when you think about it, like this is something that could quickly be shifted into home too. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Mhm.
And still people are going to have that problem at home where you can't analyze the root, the mid shaft and the ends. You can't like there's too much that goes into it, so it still needs to be a professional thing.
I mean, it would be the same difference
Yep.
between somebody saying I want to go red and doing it at home and somebody coming to us. Like there's still going to be a difference in
Exactly.
the quality and the application and the human just understanding of all that. But I think that's really cool. My immediate first thought was like, I can't even begin to imagine what the overhead and restocking
Oh,
of that
yeah.
would be. Like to get all of that technology in and then have it so that take home customizer is always stocked with whatever.
I actually think
kind
it'll
of
be less
things.
than you think. I think it'll be less than having 3 shelves full of products just to keep it stocked. Now, to bring it in, I think is going to be different, but I guarantee these companies will work with it.
Yeah.
Especially with top accounts and stuff, because then all you have is a machine, and now you're saying, you know, I analyze her hair and it mixes all the different formulas that you need together. And then there was a reordering thing, right, Chris? Something like that.
I just kept picturing like the
Mm.
soda machine at the movie theater with like all the
I didn't
buttons.
see
Yeah.
that.
Or it gave them their own barcode or something. Didn't you say that?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, it gives
contacts? That's cool.
Yeah, like on the slip. So if you wanted to reorder as the client, they can
Yeah,
come in
you
and they
can
know
come
what
in.
was their customization
Oh, but they still
of
have
their
to come in?
shampoo.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah. So
Think about
but-
the-
Yeah, like this
but
isn't
technically-
online
Color
shipped
waste.
to you.
yeah, no, this is a
Yeah.
professional thing.
But wouldn't you think that each visit their hair would require a different product based off of
Well, it's if
condition and
They
how much,
want to
like,
stay. Like
Right.
maybe not forever. I mean, you're right.
yeah.
But I think it's one of
'Cause
those
as
like
porosity
they still
changes and
need
stuff like
us
that.
to
Oh, hands down. Oh,
like check it again and see.
I was
what's
just
gonna
going
be
off of the
best now.
barcode.
And we don't have
Yeah.
robots yet to apply it, so
But I think like for a,
True.
like I want someone using the same shampoo at least for a little while,
Right.
like a few
Yeah.
months before you want to change it back up.
But that's the cool thing. Like if you do have a machine that actually does analyze the hair for the condition, I think that's cool.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that if you have a machine that analyzes the hair, why give them a barcode to come back and get the same thing? Why not analyze it again and find out, okay, this time you need more moisture than strength, so you're going to be formulated this way.
Yeah. My big thing too with
Yeah.
this is the fact that once I scan that over their hair, they can't say anything about it. I
Yeah.
mean, like
Yeah.
literally, it is what it is.
think about all the
Sorry.
people
Sorry about
who
it.
lie.
I didn't do any
and
damage with
say
box
Just
color.
Yeah.
thinking that.
that they've never colored their hair or they've never done any treatments to it.
Right.
That's really
I wonder how this
cool.
does
So-
as far as color correction with box color.
Just think about what that's
Yeah.
going to do as far as like when that 50 years from now becomes the norm, how there just won't be super angry people anymore. Like it's just there. Like this, it is so broken down. There's so little guesswork and so little room for
Now-
bad
Misinterpretation.
hairdressing.
Now,
Yeah.
will this become like Lowe's, where like somebody can bring in a magazine and say, "I want this color," and it scans a picture of that color and then scans their color and then tells you how to get that color?
I don't know if that.
Do you
it
want
might
us to
be.
really answer that?
Yeah,
Well, I
you-
think the science behind getting the color that won't change,
Right.
right?
But that's what I
So-
think is the cool part, where
That's
it's like,
cool. Yeah.
here's pick a path, and this is how we suggest based on what that hair is. This is how we suggest you get there.
And then the other part of it that I liked was the augmented reality hair
Yeah.
color,
Yeah.
where you can
I just
actually
want to do that
show
all
them.
day.
Yeah.
Which that
Is
is
it-
cool, but it's been around for a while. I mean, if you've looked at it, not for color or for evaluating condition, all of that stuff, but for trying different haircuts, different
Mhm.
hairstyles, it's
Yeah.
actually been well, not an app, but it's been something online for a while.
Yeah.
But that one looks a little bit fancier.
Well,
Because
because it actually worked with the hair
Sephora
on her
has
head. It
something
wasn't
for your
like a
makeup.
cutout.
Yeah.
Right.
that they used to do with eyeshadows and stuff.
Sephora. Yeah.
And then, well, they were like, I forget who said it, but somebody said something like it's like going in and getting your paint mixed. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, I know
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
it,
that's what I was just saying.
Oh,
Like it'd be like going in.
Thad was the one that just said that.
What's that? No, I was
Piggyback.
reading. Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was reading to the.
Somebody on the
But-
internet copied me.
No, they said it first.
He did it before it was cool.
Nope, I said it first. They have no proof.
I mean, not to be a Debbie Downer or anything, but,
But
But are they going through
That
the
was the
reality
But- I
of
I don't
what
have womp
it's
womp.
going
I
to
was
take
actually just
to
thinking,
get
I
your
want
hair
womp
there?
womp over
Like,
here.
sorry.
you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
that's the thing. I'm sure it's going to be.
it can't replace the stylist.
No.
But is
But
it
it
going
can
to make
certainly
the
help.
stylist lazy and stupid? Is the big question.
Hopefully not.
lazy year.
Matt, I can't apply color today. The
Lazy.
machine is out of batteries.
Yeah. I don't know what to do. My machine doesn't work. I forgot to charge it last night. I
Can
hope
you guys
not.
come back at 3?
I honestly, I think it's going to be. I think that's a cool thing. I think the augmented reality thing freaks me out a little bit.
Oh, I love
Oh, I think that's awesome.
No, I love it in life. I love it if I could buy a flat screen and put it on my wall through an app and just see it there. Like I love all those things about it. I don't love that people.
promising something that maybe you can't deliver.
What do you mean?
Well, like that girl in the video, she had this gorgeous red hair. Well, no, you need to give that to her because
That's
She's
what
that
she's
iPad
seen.
just
Well,
told her
yeah.
she can
No.
have
Well,
it.
yeah,
color-
there
That's
is a
why I
certain
was saying,
level
like, I
of color
don't wanna be
technique with
Debbie
that
Colorable-
application.
Chemist is saying it takes away from the competition though, because she loves the bad colorists because they
Yeah.
feed my chair, which is
Right.
true.
Okay.
I mean,
What I'm saying.
Don't worry, they'll still be out there.
Well, yeah,
Because
it mixes
application
the
is
color,
still a
but
thing, especially with
robots make
balayage.
I
machine
was
make
just going there.
mistakes
Did I
too.
just share a brain with you, Thad?
Probably.
Okay.
Did that just happen?
What I'm
Uh-huh.
saying though is that augmented reality freaks me out in the way that people eventually will not even. They'll be looking at what you just saw through that thing for the hair color, not the reality of what it is.
Right.
So
Do
eventually,
you think that'll happen in our lifetime? That'd
yes,
be cool.
I do. I think that'll happen in like the next 20 years.
I'll
I
sign
think.
up.
I probably not even 20 years.
How are we
Okay.
living more than 20 years?
Huh?
Who says we're living more than 20 years?
Well, I don't know, but I'm just saying like
I hope
who
I'm
knows?
living for
I don't
longer
know. I
than
think
20
augmented
years.
reality like crosses into artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence scares the crap out of me. And if you have seen Terminator, it should scare the crap out of you too.
Because regular intelligence clearly scares the crap out of
I just feel like there's always mistakes. I'm such
Yeah. Did you
like-
see Terminator?
a control freak that it's like,
Well, I'm just wondering, like, yes, technology is great. We all agree on that. Mostly you guys,
I mean,
not me.
We're speaking to
But-
the world right now.
Oh, true. But there are errors. Like, say that there's a glitch in the system. Say
Right.
that there is a sensor that's on that thing that isn't registering, and now it's going to give you a result that isn't true to form.
yeah, our
So that's why I
sonars
was saying,
shut
like,
off
I
like
don't wanna
5
be-
times a day.
That's what I'm
Seriously, I know.
Well, now
That
everyone will
happens.
blame the machine and not themselves.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Yeah,
I just
that's-
did
that's
what
a
the
good
machine
point.
But
told
I
me. Don't
do,
back
like-
over me.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say this machine could have saved that hairstylist a lot of pain.
Yeah,
You can go full office on that. Go ham on that.
that was a haircut bad, so it couldn't have saved it.
Oh, I
You
saw
can never
artificial
replace the
blondes,
human.
so-
Like you know, like the stylist won't be replaced by this. That's for sure. But it will. I bet you make its way into drugstores and stuff.
I
I
mean-
think they will make more
Watch out,
money
doctors.
on that.
Flobies are pretty
They have
sweet.
the money to put out to do it, and I think consumers will do it.
I can
There's
see
a
CVS
lot of
got them
people
all.
buying boxed hair color, and they'll look at it.
Oh, I see
isn't
what
it
you're
like
saying.
look at the company that's behind it too? I'm sure they.
It'll be
they'll
like a
fine
photo
about it.
booth at the mall.
Yeah.
You go in and it
Mhm.
checks.
I
your
could see
outfit.
that.
Ideas.
Yeah.
Or like proactive at the airport. You know,
Yeah.
like it's. I could see that
Who
more
needs that
often.
in an airport?
I don't
I mean,
know,
if
but
you
the
forgot
Benefit
it-
Cosmetic
Mm.
little
That truck
kiosk
was
is
so cute.
so cute.
Brian,
I know.
Come on, if you
And I've
had,
lost
like,
my
a hygiene
makeup
product that you
bag
for-
I
a
know.
few times or forgot it.
Okay.
And bathing
Good.
suits and
If you
So
forgot
many
a
things.
hygiene product and you absolutely needed it for a trip, you would totally pay top dollar in an airport for it.
I mean, yeah, I pay top dollar always for everything.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if you use
does.
Proactive and you left it behind, do you think you're not going to buy it at the airport?
Look at this skin. I'm just kidding. All right.
Kristen Collins said effing machine made you green. No, not me. Call support.
Yeah. Here's the number. Don't complain to me. Pay me what you owe me and then call them.
Yeah.
You can get a refund through them, not me.
Okay, that's that.
All right.
Should be interesting.
That's the news.
That's
So
all,
we'll see what
folks.
happens. Exciting stuff for the news next week, and really the show next week. We're going to be doing Grammys looks.
Oh, I won't be here.
I know. That's why we got to fill it with Grammys looks.
Matt fired me today, so I won't be here anymore.
Oh, shut up. No, we didn't.
He
No, we did
One more
not.
time when I needed the
He
womp
did say he would
womp.
do the show one more time. It's on there, I think.
This is it. This is
I don't
my
know
swan
what-
song.
He wanted to say goodbye to everybody.
Brian's going on vacation to visit his family in Europe.
Yeah.
So don't anyone feel bad for him
Yeah, they
at
Spoiler
all.
alert.
They have a really
No.
hard. It's a hard knock life.
For us.
I'm going to.
What are you
London.
gone for like 2 weeks too?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
I'm going to
It's
Europe
gonna
for
be
2
awesome.
weeks, so I'll miss you guys. But maybe I'll see some of you in Europe.
Not us.
Not
Not
us.
you guys.
Audience.
So Brian's gonna have fun. He's going to see his brother.
My brother, the new baby, my 4-year-old
First baby.
niece, the first
so
baby.
cuties. Babies.
I figured out what I'm going to do for this tattoo because I have my first niece's name with her birthday in Roman numerals and then hashtag uncle. So for this one, I'm going to do the Roman numeral birthday and then hashtag the German word for uncle, which is uncle.
One.
That's
Now
nice,
he
Dad.
knows where things
Yeah,
are.
that's good.
Appropriate.
All right.
Briggs says your hair looks good, dude.
Thanks, Danielle did it today.
Yeah.
She rocked it out on my
Brian had a
balayage.
cancellation, and
you know what?
there you go.
So there you go.
Maximizing the
advantage.
time.
Silver linings.
Hair was still getting done.
Okay, so all right. Next up, questions. Do we have any questions?
I have ones that you have up here.
Okay, we could do that, or I could pull them from Instagram today. Do you want to do that, Chris?
Whatever you want to do.
Do one from there, and then maybe you could pull them up on that post
Okay.
from earlier.
Do you have any that you care, like what it is?
No.
That one.
All right. DM hair makeup. What's the best transition to get a level 3 to blonde? Maybe level 8, but want to get a balayage technique. Should I do a combo of highlights and balayage?
I think that's a question for Schwarzkopf.
Mr. Roma.
Just going to do the whole show for us.
All right.
Me?
Yeah, I
You're the
don't
color
know.
guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the one that literally
They're all
took me.
color.
I was gonna
You all are
say
color.
this.
Yeah.
I would just be very realistic. If you want to do it via balayage, which I do all the time, it's totally doable. Just be really realistic that it's probably not going to happen in one day. You know, there's all these memes out there now of if you're this and you want to be this, expect to be this first. Have that kind of conversation. Maybe keep one of those memes on hand because it kind of lightens the mood of disappointment of telling them, like, I get it. You want to be super bright-ass blonde today, but I want your hair to be great forever. I maybe under-promise and over-deliver. You know, tell them that first day you're going to keep the hair healthy and you can shoot for like a 6-7 and then, whoops, what do you know? Their hair is fine. You accidentally got to 8 already. Be really honest with toning. Yes, there are instances where maybe you want to do a little bit of like baby lights foiling in with balayage. It's really going to be a case by case. There's not an always. I think it's super, super important, especially when doing that drastic on something that always is going to cost a lot of money, to be really honest and really open, just so that they're okay with that journey. Because if this is like on a whim, I think I want to be blonde, then it might not be for them. Maybe they just want like some highlights. But if they want to like become a blonde, like myself.
Was it 3 to 8?
Yeah.
3 to 8.
Okay.
Which is doable.
Yeah.
But that's if it's virgin 3 to 8.
Depending on the
like,
integrity of the
who
hair.
has virgin hair these days?
Well, and I would say too, like, just make sure that you talk about the financial commitment of it, right? So that, like you said, you could book out the whole day and actually do it in the right way, but you need to take your time.
Whole day.
Yeah, you can't rush and get it done in 2 hours. You're gonna blow their hair out, and it's not gonna work out very well. But you could spend the day, but if they're gonna take up your whole day, then you have to charge for it.
Right.
And it's not just the time and money it's in the chair, but it's also the at-home care as well. You know, you want to make sure that they're using that Olaplex Step 3 using blonde shampoos and stuff like that to help keep the health and integrity of it. So
Yeah. Cool.
All right, you guys ready for your next one?
Yeah.
Kimberly Robertson. Hi, Matt and team. I've been a long time subby and love your channel. I just started a new salon in the past year, and when doing men's cuts, my boss insists we use clipper over comb instead of the guards. I'm still working on improving my technique. Do you have any tips? And also, how do I communicate with my clients as to how long they would want the perimeter would be? I have a hard time fully understanding without using guard number talk.
That's a hard one because I'm definitely not you should use clipper over comb and not guards. I get the guard conversation. I was born into that conversation of like you're teaching them to do hair at home, but I think over the last 4 to 5 years, we've definitely
they're either going to do it at home or they're not.
Yeah, and we've gone into the barber thing. Like barbering is huge, and people want guarded haircuts. Like clipper over comb is one thing. Like I actually do a lot of clipper over comb. It's mainly what I do in the salon, but
Even
I'm
on
not opposed to even on long layers. But I'm not opposed to clipper guards. I think it's a whole different look. It's a different feel to it. But there's a very professional side of clipper guards. So I think if you're doing a 3 guard all the way up to the top, and then you're just cleaning off the top with your scissors, then you're doing
that's an at-home haircut.
That's an at-home haircut, and you shouldn't be doing that anyways. So the discussion I would have with my boss, because I don't agree with that statement, is showing the differences of, okay, so I use a 1 guard, I make adjustments, I go up into the 2 guard, the 3 guard, like you're using multiple guards to create one look, then there should be no question.
I like the guards because you can get more accurate, and then as soon as you hit the parietal, that's when clipper over comb or scissor over comb comes into play, and that's when you like fade it in.
I think the question was more not how to talk to the boss about it, but how to talk to the clients about it. I think if you are in a position where you can only do the clipper over comb or however, then it's almost a little bit more relaxed because it's a little bit less exact. That's when pictures help, because when a guy tries to say, well, just make it short, well, you got to figure out what kind of short they want. And what's good is it's not exact, and men are getting their hair cut a little bit more often because it is shorter. So don't stress yourself out about creating an exact 2 with clipper over comb or an exact 1 or 3 or anything like that. Just get an idea of what they want and then work on your skills. Get the right tools to make sure that you can deliver what your boss is requiring you to do, but still give you what these people want. Just pictures. Everyone's got a phone. If they don't, you do. Get a photo, get an idea, and then just...
And even if you have to like jump into it, maybe like go from like the temple to behind the ear, and then talk to them.
Practice in the back of the head and figure it out, and then move to the front.
No. I'm saying from the temple, so like right before the ear, back to
saying the
behind the ear. See if they like that length or if they want it shorter. Obviously, don't like go like for like.
Oh yeah.
shorter than you
If
think
you're
they're
running it
looking
by
for.
them, start where they can see
Yeah.
it, and then be like,
Before you do the entire haircut, because something that irritates the heck out of me, like with men's haircuts, is
when you do it once.
You go through the entire haircut, or you go like around the entire sides and the back and the other side, and they're like, "Oh, can you go shorter?" It's just like, we already went over this part.
Oh, you
Come on
mean
now.
an entire other haircut?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
I
you-
can do that.
Can I charge you a second time?
I have certain
Cool.
guys that come in now, and I know that they're going to do that no matter what. So I just go real short.
Scalp them.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Thad
and then I'm
just
like,
says no.
What do you think? He's like, that's
Thad
short.
does.
I'm like, yeah, there you go. He's like, all right, yeah, no more.
No.
They asked Thad. They're like, "Can you go
Okay.
shorter?" And Thad goes, "No, I can't. I
would-
have somebody in an hour. I
Yeah.
can't."
I wish I could, but I don't do that.
But so yeah, the question definitely was I appreciate you listening to your boss and everything. I think I just have a hard time because there's so many different ways to cut hair, and I think when you limit somebody to one way, it drives me crazy.
That
so
would be like your boss saying you can only cut hair with a 5.5-inch shear.
kind of, but not. I mean, I get why.
Thad said that because Matt does that.
I get why
Just
people. I get the clipper guard thing, the aesthetic of it, but it's not true anymore, and I don't think that is the case. And I think that there should be maybe education on why, like, on clipper cutting, so that you are using guards, but you're using them in the right way, because you're going to get a better result. But also clipper over comb. I just always on a mannequin. I mean, I think every hairdresser should invest $40 a month in a mannequin. I think they're already investing that in weird Netflix and all the other stuff, right? So I think $40 a month if you just get a mannequin. Even go even cheaper than that. You can find it for $20. They're really bad, but at least you can cut hair and get into it. And just do that once a month. Really work that mannequin down and practice doing it, and you'll get good at it. I think a couple key things for clipper over comb would be I always work diagonal back on the head for the most part. So I work diagonal back, do the clipper cutting. I always, when I scoop up the hair, I put it at a 45-degree angle, cut across, and I scoop up again. And then once I'm done with that, then I go back diagonal forward and I cross-check it, and I get a smoother finish with the clipper over comb.
Where's the
But
comb? Where's the new clipper?
I know
over
the
comb
big
comb
one.
that Thad loves.
We might
Yeah,
have
that
it in
thing's
there.
great.
Thad likes it. I like it as well.
It's the
but
282.
why
So
is part-
James has a question. He's on, but he had asked on Instagram.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of people using a tease cut technique to remove bulk or thin the hair. What other techniques do you suggest? How do you suggest to properly use your thinning shear?
Drea.
Oh.
I love thinning shears. Now.
I actually
Just
do love-
keep using it.
I lost a chunk of my thumbnail yesterday to thinning shears.
Yeah.
No, I point cut with thinning shears sometimes.
Oh, that's a good one.
I like
like
to point
that.
cut. I like to angle. I like to go in at a lower spot that I would cut a layer at,
Okay.
and cut just how I would cut the layer. But instead of cutting a layer, it's texturizing, so it's only taking out part.
Nice.
I've become a really big fan, especially since like the bob kind of looks have come in, and very few people have the hair for that. I'll do like the one lengthy kind of cut, and then go in and just use texturizers and layer them how you would layer them, either round or square or whatever you want to call it, whatever kind of layering you would do, but with texturizers, so that it still looks one lengthy but kind of
Yeah.
flows like a layered haircut while removing bulk. That kind of has been a real big thing for me the past
I like that.
so many
Oh,
months.
I also like to kind of take the hair, twist the section, fan it out in my fingers, and then take the thinning shears through it. Not like chomping down on it, but just lightly opening and closing. So that way That little twist gives you almost like a little cushion so that it's not a blunt line. And also by not closing it all the way, then it's a little softer of an effect.
Yeah.
It's not
Like
like a
cutting as well.
giant chunk of hair.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I like to fan out the section and then just kind of go through.
Yeah.
I don't twist it as much, but I have just fan it out, go through it with the thinning scissor, and it creates a texture that you can't get just going through with your scissors, and
Right.
I like that. But it's very similar to the tease cutting technique. That
Slide cutting is
I
also-
do
I
a
feel
lot
like I
more.
use them differently. Like with because I love the tease cutting too, but I like tease cutting to keep it, like I just keep thinking of bobs because that's really when I use this the most, or either of them the most. When I use tease cutting on a bob to break up the line so it doesn't look like a sharp bob anymore. I use my texturizers to keep my sharp line, but still break up the bulk of the bob.
Yeah.
I think is
And when I would go in with point cutting to do that same thing.
Yeah.
So it'd be very similar. Cool.
Well, I just think it always goes off of what kind of hair are you dealing with.
Yeah.
Because if
True.
I'm dealing with,
I mean,
you know,
that's
like,
the answer to like literally every
Yeah.
question.
no, that is true. But
The Meaning of
whether
Life by
it's
Brian
like-
Hare.
Yeah.
whether
Depends on the
it's,
hair. Next
Texturizing
question.
scissors.
Depends on the hair.
Oh,
This is
thanks.
what's the difference between layer haircut and concave haircut?
Depends on the hair.
You know what's funny? I was actually I was gonna tell you this that I wanted to do that question. I want to make a video about that question because I thought that was good.
Okay.
Because it's they're both layering. So
I got concave layers.
you do.
Scared the crap out of me, but she did it.
So I'm gonna make a video about that. So just be on the lookout for that. It's probably gonna be out tomorrow, I would assume.
Okay. How do you guys stay motivated to post on social media? I've always been more of a lurker than a poster, especially with all the negativity that can occur on social media. I know that it can be a great way to promote yourself, and Instagram is essentially your portfolio, but posting is just something that goes on the back burner for me. Any advice? Thanks.
Danielle.
find yourself a Brian Hare to shame you into it.
So peer pressure for social media.
It depends on the hair.
You know what
Yeah.
I think? I think it really comes down to. I think you need to be surrounded by people that that's their thing. That's what they do. And we've made it a thing here to where, because even I would say, Thad, like if I had to rank everyone for wanting to post on social media, I think it would be Thad here, Danielle here,
Yeah, let's be honest.
Thad,
I don't know. Danielle and
Actually,
I.
no.
Danielle and I are probably on the
Christina,
same level.
Christina, Danielle.
I'm not.
I know you don't do
Yeah.
So
I'm
Danielle,
not doing hair behind the chair, so
Right.
I
It was a
don't.
joke.
I know, I'm kidding. Whoa. Danielle, Thad,
Jeez.
Drea, and then Brian. And I think that from that, it's there's nothing wrong with it. It's just there's some people that are very comfortable, want to put their stuff out there, aren't afraid of any backlash, whatever. And there's some people that just enjoy doing what they do, and it's not like their number one thing.
Well, I think your answer is that's it right there. You have to want to do it. Like you have to understand what it's going to do for you and want to do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But you can't get the benefits of doing it without doing it.
Right.
Yeah. The
But-
challenge, like, because I know personally, like, I don't have anything against like going out and like posting to social media. Like, I don't.
Yeah, you like posting on social
I like
media.
posting it. I like getting that like immediate feedback of having like likes pop up, having new followers show up.
Dopamine.
But I forget. Like I finish up the haircut. I go through like the steps of saying, "Hey, this."
You
is
have
nice,"
other things on your mind that are priorities.
and then I'm like, "Okay, I'm going to go sweep up the hair because my next person is going to be coming in like 3 minutes, and I don't want to make them late." So I forget about the picture.
Right. So
And-
what me and Christina did at our last meeting, we set up a thing where you have to take photos.
we're
and
fired.
there's a certain amount of photos that you have to take
That's
a
why
week.
It's my last show.
And it's not even, it has nothing to do with you have to have photos nowadays. Like everyone looks at your work, and you can't have a salon Instagram with one person on it. And so you need everybody contributing. So it becomes a culture thing. Not a culture. Culture is a weird word, but like
It's a job.
It's a
Right.
job. Yeah, like
It's a
It's
part of
part
your
of
job.
working here now,
Yeah.
and we put incentives with it. Like it's.
It's a part of the job. Like whether it's here or anywhere, it is a part of your
Oh
job.
my god, I hate this new phone. Sorry.
I was told to get rid of that bolognized or else.
I love it. I love your cover.
That's not true at all.
so that's what I would say. It's just one of those things where you just have to do it, and it's really really important nowadays not to become famous on social media, but it's important as a professional stylist in your town to have a portfolio of your work.
But Monet said that
I think
I would
that's it.
become famous if I sold their products on Instagram.
No, they did not.
Good luck with that.
Monet has not talked to us, nor do we know anything about Monet.
I have a message from
I don't
them.
even know.
Monet.
I-
We don't.
yeah.
I mean,
We
I
don't
thought
even-
Monet was N-E.
We don't
This
even
is
know their name.
M-O-N-A-T. And the girl was just saying she was going to share all this, and she going to keep sharing at Monet. That's a video we watched.
I don't want
that.
it.
Oh.
So it was even harder
I'm
to.
out.
No.
Well, it was even harder to for us
No.
anyway.
I'm like
to-
Barbara.
She was gonna go to
out.
salons and share Monet.
You
Just
remind
go.
me of a. You remind me of a girl.
All right, let's give stuff away because we gotta go.
Yeah,
was
let's
gonna
do this. Who wants stuff?
All right, so we're gonna give away another blow dryer from Minerva.
Obviously, Danielle's gonna throw.
Yeah, right.
That-
They're all
that was
picking.
a
From now
one-time
on,
deal.
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah.
You're
That
the
was
only
a
one that's made
miracle.
anything.
The Minerva Beauty blow dryer. We have one of these to give away, and we also have to spin the wheel for somebody as well.
All right.
Okay.
Who do you want to give the blow dryer to?
Christina, who do you want to give the blow dryer to?
Who's been chatting it
You've
up in
been
there?
babysitting the chat room.
I don't know. Do you guys like? I
Throw
want
a
to
dart
give
at
one to
your computer
everyone.
screen.
You know me. I'm like Oprah.
I'm like,
You get a
Oprah.
blow
You
dryer.
get a
You
blow
get a
dryer.
blow dryer.
You know me. I'm just like Oprah.
I'm like Oprah.
I want to know who gave the thumbs down. Well, let's
Oh,
give
God.
them one to cheer them up.
Yeah.
I'm sure you.
Hmm.
I'm
There's
sure
always two right off the
They
bat.
get the one that we
Have
did
we
the
given
drop test on.
Jennifer Lenzen anything? She's been chatting up on Facebook. I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's give her something. She
She said I want it bad.
Oh, let's give it to
okay.
her then. Yeah.
Exclamation point.
The question is,
She's a name that I know on the shop. She may have. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, she may have won something maybe last
She's
year
a-
or something. I don't
She's
know.
a nice.
We love everyone.
Well, no, I like everyone. I really would like to give everyone a blow dryer.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have.
We might actually.
I wish we could send them. I hate that we can't send them overseas. Like I hate
Let's
that it's
send
just,
every single one of Free Salon
I hate
Education's
it.
followers.
I know I
Of
felt
course.
bad because Julie. I
Speaking
had
of
to
it.
let Julie know that I was like, "You're gonna win some cool things from FSC because."
Okay, wait, Jennifer, tell us who you want to throw the ball.
Oh,
Just give them to me. I'll bring them to Europe and I'll leave them.
she's
somewhere.
not on here though. Like she's gonna let you know.
Yeah,
'cause
she's on-
okay.
She
so
said I
you
just
know.
ordered a new brush and comb.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. mhm.
You want a blow dryer to go with it?
So, what was I gonna say? Forget. It's not important.
You love me.
It's not important. I don't remember.
That's what I thought.
All right, I'm waiting. Jennifer, we're waiting.
All right.
There's such a delay.
Jennifer, you're killing the show.
I was gonna say, while we're waiting, should we pick
No.
somebody
All
to
right.
spin the wheel?
And we got to pick somebody to spin the wheel.
Yeah, let's do that
Let's do it.
simultaneously.
So let's do James Orr. He's been
James
on
Orr.
both Instagram and he's on the chat tonight.
James or
Okay.
or
Mhm.
who?
Cool.
So James gets to spin the wheel.
See what I did there? All right.
All right.
I get to spin
So, so Jennifer said Hare's throwing the ball.
Damn it.
Okay.
All right, Brian.
So
Sorry
Brian,
about it. I mean, you get a blow dryer either way.
Thad, let's get some. Oh wait, they're on the thing, Thad.
It's kind of
they're
cool anyway,
green.
though, going back to Julie, because Minerva couldn't ship there.
Yeah.
But I think she'll do better with our products because she's just starting cosmetology school than getting like something
Yeah.
from, Salon Furniture right now.
For sure.
So.
All right, Brian is at the table.
All right, Brian.
Here he goes. Thad, let's get some music here.
Limber up.
Here we go. He's stretching. You can't see his head. Oh,
Oh.
All right.
All right.
he made it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. Nice job.
I told you guys we've been practicing.
You know what the best part about this is? We're never going to have to throw again. It'll only be you two.
I mean, I'm never doing it again.
Okay.
I'm
All
like
right.
George Costanza. Thad with the fade out.
I know. I did it again. I did it again.
Okay.
Thad, can you put on the regular music for the wheel? Let's do like the filler music. Okay, who are we doing? What's the name?
James Orr.
All right, James. So on the wheel today we have Olaplex, we have
Sunlights.
Minerva,
Free Salon Education.
and I bet you Minerva's another blow dryer. Let's just say.
Ergo.
Donald Scott.
Donald Scott. And then the coveted Mizutani.
Mizutani
For
scissors.
some swords.
All right, here we go. The spin is in.
Trey, you did that really well.
Nice spin, Drea.
Let's see if you did as good a job as Danielle and I did.
Oh, it's slowing down. Oh,
Oh.
pass the scissors.
Oh,
Oh, it's Ergo.
Sweet.
All right.
Yeah.
sweet.
All right, well, congratulations to everyone. Make sure you email contest@freesaloneducation.com. Send your address and your name, and we will get you your prizes. What is that face?
I'm smiling.
Yeah.
I enjoy you.
Okay. Brian's going on vacation.
Meh.
Bye.
See you in a couple weeks.
I'll miss you guys.
Next week, we have Grammys looks that we're going to do, you ladies. So we got to study this weekend, figure out
Thad
what
do
we're
it, too.
doing.
Absolutely.
That'll do it, too.
Thad's good at updos.
I'll do Bruce Willis's hairstyle.
There you go.
Jason Statham's?
There you go.
No?
Well done.
Vin Diesel?
All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Follow Drea Boland.
Oh, no, not hairstyle.
That's me, but thanks.
You're welcome. Hair by Dre Day.
Brian.
I'm hairstyle, HAIRE style.
The hands downs.
The hands downs.
Thad_@_gratitude.
And follow us everything at Free Salon Education. And that's it.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you guys next week. Join us in the chat. If you're not watching live this week, then make sure you join us live next Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you then. Thanks.